comment section of this video, and we'll do justice to actually respond to them as soon as we actually have the chance to, or even after this Q&A session today. So today we want to actually tackle a very interesting question, or I would say a very interesting comment by one of our attendees of the JAPA to Canada in 2023 webinar session. And the person actually asked a very good question. The person had that just happy to learn about the possible pathways to Canada by Patrick Mwenge from Botswana. And as you know, with our questions and comments are always extracted from the JAPA to Canada in 2023 webinar Q&As. Now, today we are having questions about the possible ways to relocate to Canada. And these are ways we have been talking so much about, but I'm going to also share a very wonderful pathway that I would like you to learn more about today. This pathway is one of the ways lots and lots of people are actually using to relocate abroad, and it's going to be the last pathway I'll talk about. So please stick around to actually get to know one of the surer ways to actually relocate to Canada right now, legitimately, without you doing things that are going to be illegal or things that are not approved or allowed by IRCC, the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, the office responsible for permits, for issuing permits, visas, and even you understand, status in Canada. So the very common ways people used to relocate or used to move to Canada that already know of is firstly the express entry, the one that is used for the permanent residency, you understand, to relocate to Canada. And many people, especially graduates, would make use of this program. Or if you're not even a graduate, if you are, you understand, a vocational expert, you can also use it to relocate to Canada. And many people don't know that the express entry has about 3 different programs and one fourth program that is not really talked about, or is rather talked about, but many people don't know much about it. So the very first one is the Federal Skilled Worker Program, which is the very most common pathway people know, which college graduates, university graduates, polytechnic graduates, and even university of or college of education graduates know about. And this is the Federal Skilled Worker Program you could use as a skilled worker with at least 1 year of, you understand, graduate experience to relocate to Canada. And you already know much about this program already. But apart from that, we have the Federal Skilled Trades Program. And this Skilled Trades Program is for someone that is a vocational expert. If you are a barber, you understand, a plumber, you're a mechanic, you are a tailor, you can actually use this pathway to relocate to Canada. And based on if you have 2 years of experience, if you have less requirements for the IELTS, I think for the Federal Skilled Trades Program, you just need 5.0 to actually excel in the FSTP program. Now, thirdly, we have the CEC program, which is known as the Canadian Experience Class Program. And this is the program that requires you to be in Canada physically, have worked in Canada for at least 2 years, and even have a job offer from a Canadian employer. Now, this program is quite typical for someone that actually left his own home country to get to Canada, either under the study permit or under the work permit, or even the visitor visa. But apart from these programs that are known under the Express Entry, we also have the Enhanced Provincial Nominee Program. And the PNP program is different from the Enhanced Provincial Nominee Program because the EPNP, the Enhanced Provincial Nominee Program, is linked to the Express Entry. And this is the provincial nominee program we talk so much about on this channel, because this program allows you to relocate to Canada as a permanent resident, become entitled, become eligible, and become recognized in Canada as a permanent resident and as someone that can actually become a citizen of Canada after staying there for at least 3 years physically. And likewise, you would be able to get lots of the other benefits that someone that goes through the FSWP, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, will get, someone that went through the FSTP, Federal Skilled Trades Program, or someone that also went through the Canadian Experience Class Program. Many of us that actually relocated to Canada actually went through the EPNP, the Enhanced Provincial Nominee Program. And the difference between the regular PNP program with this EPNP is that the provincial nominee program actually takes more time for you to get your decision on. But the EPNP is kind of an accelerated way for you to get approval and for you to actually relocate to Canada faster, easier, and more or less even cheaper at the end of the day, because you are going to be spending less on other things that federal skilled worker programs or normal provincial nominee program um, candidates are going to be spending on. So that being said, if you want to actually relocate to Canada through the EPNP, that program is very much available for you to actually use right now. Now, apart from that, we have the study permits people know about, which is for temporary residents, allow you to go there to study as an international student, and after that to what, to actually become someone that would be able to what, to be able to get either postgraduate work permits in order to be able to work in Canada for up to at least 3 years in Canada, or even the open work permit or the employer specific work permit that would allow you to work with either one specific employer, one particular employer, or allow you to work with a couple of months or a couple of years before you get back to your home country. So these are programs that are always available for you anytime you want to actually relocate or take the plunge to move to Canada. Now, the last program I will talk about in this Q&A session is one program that we have gotten to realize that even Canada themselves talked about as at February 28th, 2023. And this is a program that you could use if you are someone that, first of all, wants to visit Canada as a tourist. And after visiting Canada, you want to get a work permit in order to be able to work. And this was not happening before. As a tourist in Canada, you could not, do you understand? You could not work or get a work permit to be allowed legally to work in Canada. But things are actually changing now, because why? They want a lot of people to actually their vacancies, to fill their what, to fill their vacancies in Canada, to fill the slots that they have in Canada right now. And this policy, this new policy that is allowing visitors or tourists to actually move to Canada, you understand, to move to Canada through the um, tourist visa is actually limited, because it's going to actually expire, or it's going to, you understand, it's going to get outdated. That is February 28th, 2025. So we still have roughly about 2 years to get to move to Canada through the tourist visa, and after that getting a work permit, you understand, as soon as you land in Canada. And for some of you that have even started your permanent residency applications, you can relocate to Canada under this tourist visa and get to become permanent residents easily, you understand, as soon as you land, or few months or few weeks after you land in Canada. So how sweet is that? If you want to learn more about the TWP program or package, which we term the tourist to work for permanent residency pathway, you can actually chat us up or reach out to us on our website, www.aosacademy.com. You can also send us an email on admin@aosacademy.com, or even text us through our Nigerian or our Canadian number, and we will give you a raw breakdown about how we can actually assist you to, first of all, visit Canada as a tourist, you understand, get your work permit after you get a valid job offer, and lastly, to even get your permanent residency status in Canada. So if you have any questions you would like to ask as regards the various pathways we talked about today, you can actually drop it on the comment section or on the live chat section of this video, and we will do justice to it right now. We would also perhaps even reach out to you if you reach out to us as well through any of those contact details. So kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not done so already. You understand? Hit on the notification bar to get notified anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and with your family. And I do hope to see you in our next Q&A sessions. Thank you very much, everyone, and